What's up, guys? So today I will be doing the Dokkan and Boss Rush 2. Now, this has actually brought on challenges for people. I'm not like for people who don't have certain cards, it can be quite hard. Um, I was trying to think of just a fun way to do this, so I'm gonna do a heroes team, but I'm gonna play around with my current one. So my current one doesn't normally have that Trunks in there. Remove him. So I sort of wanted to do a test with my new Vegeta Blue that I pulled. So you might have seen me mucking around with them in a couple of other videos, but I wanted to do a little bit of a play, like just this little bit of a play around with this sort of team. So who we are going to be taking is Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Blue Vegeta Int, Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and a friend Vegito. So hopefully this team comes out quite well in this event. You've already probably seen me do a video on this as a gameplay, but I'm going to explain why this team is just absolutely amazing to run on these types of events. So not only is it is quite easy to win with this type of team, and that should make it just easier for those who are starting out and who maybe have these cards through luck. But the other thing is you can make such good teams for upcoming events. So this is an amazing team because you'll see why. So as we see, we start off. You want to keep Vegito Blue and Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 together for as long as possible. Now, if Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes along, I will then change the Vegito and have them go. I'll not want to put Gogeta on and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on the same rotation. Now I know that sounds really stupid, and you're probably wondering why. Now, the reason why I don't want to put them on the same rotation is because I want two super heavy hitters in two rotations. So I want them in different rotations, so they're constantly hitting for such high amounts. And having Vegito Blue with him, you get an attack buff, which ups his attack by a bit, but the crits from my Vegito and my friend Vegito should be pretty good if I remember correctly. Alright, and now another good thing, so this round you're probably wondering which ones do I keep together. So for the first round, I'm actually going to be switching out Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so I'm going to have him in the rotation wheel, just because I prefer hitting with Gogeta on this round due to he does extra damage to all types, not just he's not just strong against Fizz, he's strong against Fizz, AGL, Tech, all of that. Now, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito through with a clutch double hit. Now that's what I like about Blue Vegito, is he can have those really clutch moments with his super attacks coming in twice, and his counters are just amazing. So he is one of my favorite cards, and he makes one of the best teams. Just the hero team is amazing itself. And then a crit from my Gogeta. Now that was a pretty good round. Now as you see, health is a bit low, and I don't worry about that too much. It happens with this sort of team. I do have healing items, but I don't really need to use them yet, just due to this one. This round's going to be pretty quick. So what I'm going to explain is I'm going to show you how to do it with this team, and then I'm going to show you how to do it for strength team. Now, I know a lot of people have Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the moment. I've seen in my friends list a lot of that, along with Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, are the two main ones I'm seeing. So I'm going to do a video on both. Today I'll just be releasing the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito one, but this is going to be some big damage here. Hopefully I get a crit. So I haven't actually got any dupes for my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta yet, which I'm pretty upset about, but you know what? It's not too much of a sweat. I just can't wait till his leader skill drops, and he is going to be a clutch card to have. So we're gonna hit there. This now, part of me, I don't want to use items normally, but I'm going to just this time around because this rotation it's not that it's bad, but tanking wise, if he Okay, if he had super attacked Gogeta, that could have ended shockingly. Oh, that was pretty good by Gogeta. I hope, hopefully, I get to show off the paths that I've opened in Gogeta. So I've got him doing additionals and crits. I think his additional is slightly higher than his crit at the moment. Can't remember off the top of my head, but now I upped his crit. A lot of people say don't, but once you get the up his additional, but say don't up it because it's just not good. But I've actually found it quite clutch in a couple of times when he's done his additional attack, and just utterly destroyed that level. So this round we're gonna keep the rotation going well. So that should do it. Alright, so that's the first one. Hopefully, next one we'll be getting a Dokkan mode, not on the blue, Kaioken Blue. We'll be getting it on the Golden Freezer event, which is much easier than the Kaioken Blue. I've always found it easier. I don't know why people always said Kaioken Blue was easier, but to me, I generally just found, I found the next two events as the two easiest events I've ever done, other than like the two easiest events out of the demigod events. So we're gonna leave these little. All right, so this is the first rotation. Now, how do I want to make this rotation? Don't really want to knock Gogeta out of rotation per se, but it looks actually pretty good to do that. So we're going to take out him. We're going to use him to take out him. And that should do it. That should do it as long as there's not really many super attacks. Oh, actually, no, I don't mind him supering. As that's all I did. I just didn't want Tagoma to super because Tagoma supers like a truck. Now, I found him and Freezer on this one are just the biggest hitters, and it's a pain in the ass because the amount of times I've lost because of how hard they hit is just ridiculous. Ooh, that was good. I like that. I like that. Didn't do too much damage to Freezer his second attack, but it did enough. Did enough to sort of set in the work. And Gogeta's going to finish this off. Hopefully there's no super at the end because this is what we don't want. We don't want to lose much health. Ooh. That was not pretty. Alright, that was my blunder there. That was not me thinking. Hopefully I can get some health back this time. There we go. Some health back that round. Not much, just a little bit. Really supering 2 rounds in a row. That is bullshit. Alright. Next round's going to be easy as pie. That's a crit. That's a nice payback. I feel good with that. Alright. So what I was saying is I'm just showing you good rotations for a team like this. So if you can make this team is excellent, I found. If you can make a better team, good work. There is better teams, I'm not gonna lie. If I had Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I would drop Int Vegeta out definitely. Who else would I change? There's not much else change I would do. Depending on the event, I will sub in certain characters like Fizz Tanks, or Fizz Super Saiyan Go Tanks, along with Strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta because of their stun and tank for the Vegeta, and because of the ceiling of physical Go Tanks. Now, the reason why I would sub Fizz Tanks in over Bardock and such is because Fizz Tanks, he has some really good links with the teams I'm running, and when the new meta finishes and they finally release the leader skills for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he is amazing on that team. Now, you don't always want to seal because of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's counter attack. It is quite regular, but you know what? Sometimes it's better if you're just not sure what's going to happen. You don't want to sort of test it. Anyway, this will be finished this round, and then we go on to the well, not the final round. We go on to the Tech Golden. So the Tech Golden's pretty easy. I should have Int coming back perfect. Now, the reason why I wanted Int, I'm going to leave Int up front just due to him being able to tank better, and if he does super, he will absolutely annihilate. Excellent choice there. All right, so Int can tank this. Oh, that's actually a pretty good tank. I'm not unhappy with that, and he's going to hit like a truck. With the links on this, there we go, 628,000. Not as high as Super Saiyan 4 Goku's going to hit, or my Gogeta's most likely. But this is, oh, he's dead. That was quick. Nice critical. So the criticals that come from that are pretty good as well. The criticals of Super Saiyan 4 Goku are pretty clutch, along with him having additionals. Somewhat balanced is quite good, just due to how well of a team that is. Don't really need to make anything more of this level, so just put that there. All good. So that does the golden freezer part. We've only used one. Now, I had to use that one just because I had a really shit rotation. And you do get those rotations which sort of like make it a blunder, but that is the good thing about having those items. If you are doing a no item challenge, it does make it more difficult though. Like that's where I would change certain things. Like I would not have that in. I might not have the Int Vegeta in just due to maybe putting in Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as a tank per se. So that's all of those sort of plans. So for this round, this is actually pretty good rotation already. Just hit him with an Int and then that. Now Gogeta I can leave to come along every now and again. I would prefer him to stay on rotation, but you know what? Sometimes it's better to have certain cards go on and off rotation than have them constantly on, because you may have a better link. So it's not that this is a better link, it's just for this round, much better hitting wise. And I just wanted to have a bit of a tank so I didn't lose much more health, because I don't want to use too many items as I'm going through this, because as we all know, what is coming up is the LR challenge. We all want to do really good on that to try and get those 50 Dragon Stones once you get LR Goku, along with LR Goku. LR Goku is quite good. I had him on JP and then I no longer have my JP account. Because I've changed phones and I've just got to do all the final changeover for it. But once I get it back, I will start on JP again. Another, I was going to say, and then the 20, you get all the all these orbs, and then once you finish and you get him to fully maxed a potential system, once you get into Super Attack 20, it's all the orbs, fully maxed potential system. You then get 10 Elder Kais, which is really good. So I used most of my Elder Kais on my Gogeta and a couple of other cards that I pulled, like my Int Vegeta, because I didn't think I was going to pull Omega Shenron, and then I did one random summon on him because I wanted another dupe for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and I kept on pulling dupes of him, and I ended up pulling Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which I was really hyped for, as you would have seen in the video. I had no words for it, but in me, I still wanted that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, oh no, Super Saiyan 4 Goku just a slight bit more, because I really wanted to finish off his orb system. So we're going to do that. Drop the strength orbs for next round. Now, next round, I should be having Gogeta come through. If I get a crit here, it's going to be all over for Goku Black. Oh, no. Why wasn't... Oh, no. It wouldn't be all over. Don't worry. I got the health stat wrong there for a sec. If I get him to max, so if I get my Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku to max, he is going to finish so many events so much faster for me. He already hits like a truck. when he gets to that next level, he will be hitting so much harder. Um, oh, this is easy. I don't want to change that rotation. That rotation's been excellent for me so far. Yeah, we're not. I know I said I was going to do that with the Gogeta, but this will hit hard enough anyway, and this will be the end of Goku Black. So this has actually been going pretty smoothly. I haven't found too many hiccups so far. The next one, so this was Goku Black. The next one should be Cell, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna go Cell. Cell is relatively easy. Um, Now, the reason why I would say it's easier running it with Heroes team is because you have all the counters from the Vegetos, and these Cell Juniors are a pain in the ass without counters. It just takes longer. It's not that they're gonna do any more damage than normal or anything. They're just more of a pain in the ass, I found. So I don't really want to take Super Saiyan 4 off rotation. It's it's a tough choice, but it's like if he does this, this will make my life so much easier. You know, he's coming off rotation again. So it's small things like this where I sort of weigh up whether it's going to take less time. Time is one factor that I always factor in. So if it's going to take so much less time to actually get through a level by just changing up the rotation, I'm sure as hell going to change up most of my rotations then. But if it's not really going to do much difference, so like if I'm doing a level and changing up the rotation is not really going to do anything, well, it just stays the same rotation for the whole thing until it's actually needed to be changed. So next round, we should be on to, there we go. Yep, next round. So this will be that. There we go. So we've moved on. This is, so as you can see, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is really clutch in this event. Like a lot of people are complaining because his leader skill is not out. How viable is he for a heroes team, or how viable is he for a team, depending on link skills? And as you can see in this, he is extremely viable. Now, some other people do have valid points that certain cards could be more viable, like if you can't fit it, if you don't have enough points to use on your team. But in the same way, he's viable because he hits hard, his counters are amazing, and not only that, he links with a lot of the heroes cards quite well, especially the fusions. So you can nearly make a fusions team and then just add Super Saiyan 4 Goku if you really want to make quite a powerful team, I found. But that's pretty much what I've done. So I've got mainly fusions other than Super Saiyan 4 Goku and the Int Vegeta, and I found that this team works one of the best, especially on Boss Rush. All right, so also what I wanted to talk about in this vid. So I've done a lot of talk about Dokkan. I know we're nearly. You know what? I'm just gonna try and get through this as fast as possible now. What we're gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be talking about next though, is I'm actually gonna bring up a thing that I saw the other day, about Super Saiyan 3, and people don't believe Cauliflower is gonna gain that form because of they believe that since Goku had to master it, he had to master his ki and master all of that. But we were shown that Goku never actually mastered his ki, which sort of disproves that theory of that's actually how Super Saiyan 4 is reached. How Super Saiyan 4 has been said to be reached is actually through not the mastering of ki. Like there is no proof that is the real way. It is just a suggested way that sort of made sense to master Super Saiyan 2. But he said, as we saw, to Cauliflower that she could reach it by the end of the tournament. So if she has amazing ability to go even further beyond of what everyone else is expecting, I believe she can do it. Now, it will be cool because we will finally see the actual requirements for Super Saiyan 3. Um, it will be a bit upsetting for a lot of Dragon Ball fans because it's sort of like a cop out. Like she got Super Saiyan 2 like that. She got Super Saiyan 1 like it was nothing. She's just it's becoming a Super Saiyan bargain sale, as Vegeta would say. And I do agree that it is a massive cop out in that sense. But I'm sort of enjoying how they're bringing in these older forms, but in the way of newer characters. Because Goku and Vegeta, we know, can reach a lot of these forms, and that is cool and all, but we want to see them be able to go their full power, reach new forms themselves, and Goku teaching Cauliflower how to go back into Super Saiyan 2 and confirming the point of the tingly back sort of shows that Universe 6 Saiyans are no different to Universe 7. They have the same triggers, so they're not like they're more evolved and their Super Saiyan is better. It's just they've seemed to be able to understand it faster, so maybe they're just more intelligent. I see her reaching Super Saiyan 3, and I see Kale, as I said in my earlier video, reaching the ultimate pinnacle of the legendary Super Saiyan state and controlling it. So, but that's just my opinion, guys. If you do agree, yeah, actually, if you agree or have a completely different opinion and you want to raise it and I can discuss it, like I can discuss why I believe and why I don't believe. I can even do little evidence videos. I will go research the evidence and I will put it up, which is what I'm going to do over the next couple of days, and keep to my every second day video upload. Another thing that sort of I've seen a lot in the community lately on a couple of my pages and a couple of the groups is that people are saying that Vegeta is going to be knocked out soon and that Frieza is also going to be knocked out and such and such. My main theory on Vegeta and Frieza being knocked out at the moment is highly unlikely because they're not really trying. They're more playing around still, especially Frieza. Frieza doesn't really give a shit. He's just there to literally kill whatever's in front of him. Vegeta, now I see where their point is. I really do. I see what they're saying, and I don't want to agree with it. Part of me doesn't want to agree with it because I am a bit of a Vegeta fanboy. I'm a fanboy of the whole Vegeta family. So Bulma, she's the favorite. She's my favorite female in Dragon Ball. One, because she's the first female that was really shown in Dragon Ball. Well, she was the very first. But it's not just that, just how she's gone along the journey, how much she's changed, and there's that additional super. But how much she's changed has been absolutely amazing, and has set her to be one of my favorite characters for this whole series. So that is why I say Trunks. He was always just badass to me. I just love Future Trunks, and Kid Trunks is my favorite out of the two boys, out of Goten and Trunks. But he's nowhere near my top, even my top 10 favorite characters. Who else is there? And Vegeta. Vegeta is my favorite. He was always like my favorite until I saw Future Trunks, and I would even still class him as my favorite just due to his character development in Dragon Ball Super and the badass moments he's had, like when he was versing Goku Black and absolutely annihilated him. I love that. That brought the Vegeta fanboy out in me. I was nearly screaming when that happened. But what I believe is Vegeta is going to have another moment to shine within this arc. Now, is it going to be straight away? Is it going to be next episode? No, but I believe he will be fighting Toppo or Hit or someone like. I believe mainly Toppo, and I believe Hit and Jiren. Hit's going to be knocked out, I believe, mainly by Jiren. So Jiren's going to see his power and either feel threatened or just go, no, we cannot have someone like him in here anymore. And Jiren takes him out either pretty quickly or sort of toys with Hit, and Goku sees this. This would surprise Goku. Now, Goku has a rivalry with Hit, and if he sees Hit get taken out like he was nothing, that's even going to shake Goku. Goku's going to be absolutely freaked out because he's not going to know what to do, especially since we haven't really seen Jiren go all out. Jiren's just been walking through the field and just sending people left, right, and center. Took out Enraged Kale. Now, Enraged Kale was duking it out of Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Although Super Saiyan Blue Goku was definitely not trying, we all know that. That is quite obvious. So that's my take on what's happening in Super at the moment. Everyone else has different theories and they're going off different little drops that have happened in the Super Saga. Mine are taken from things I've picked up as well, but that we there could be more of a discussion on it. We could see in upcoming episodes of what's actually going to happen. Anyway, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of gameplay that I've been doing while talking. Um, Leave a like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you enjoy it and if you think they would like it. Because I really love doing this content and it's good to see people are enjoying it as well. Alright, guys. Peace.